Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday, December 21st, and I am Linda Karnauskas, your host. We have a great show planned for you today. Our first guest is Dan Branstad of Carlson Branstad CPAs, and he's going to be here and discussing with us some end-of-the-year tax tips. And then later on in the show, we'll be on location with Francy down at the Owatonna Law Enforcement Center with Officer John Petterson and Officer K9 Kash, and a very delightful young lady that you'll want to stay tuned and learn a little bit about is Kayla Klinkenberg. We would appreciate your input about what you would like to see on this program, on show topics and guests. And do you know of a special person or event in your community that's happening, or someone who deserves some recognition for what they do in our community? If so, please contact us either by mailing us at Owatonna Today at charter.net or by calling the show's producer, Leanne Alt, at 390-5751. We will take a quick break for some messages from our sponsors and be right back with our guest, Dan Branstad.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, Brad here from Owatonna Senior Place. Our goal at Senior Place is to involve, enrich, and empower adults 50 years of age or better to live as independently as possible in our communities. We do this by promoting wellness through recreational, educational, and social opportunities, as well as being a referral source for services available within our area. Activities and programming at our center emphasize creating and maintaining independence in all phases of life. Come see what Senior Place has to offer. Live full, live well, and live long.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And joining us now is none other than Dan Branstad of Carlson Branstad CPAs. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning to you and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We're so glad to have you taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with us. And I wanted to ask you a little bit about how you got into the CPA accounting firm business and about yourself.
Well, originally, back when I went into school, I went into accounting because it seemed to come easier for me, and it was an easy thing when I went through college. So I thought, gee, I think I'll just stay with it. But Dwayne Carlson and I, we got together quite some time ago. I understand now it's 20 years coming up on us, which is hard to believe. But Dwayne and I both started, we worked for a company that was in town called Abdo and Ike, and we just evolved away from that and opened our own practice. And now we're having fun in our own office.
Well, we're glad you're here, and congratulations, 20 years.
Thanks.
In 2016. That's a great undertaking and a great accomplishment, so congratulations.
Well, it seems like it was just yesterday.
Now, you're here today to share some end-of-the-year tax tips. So I was wondering what the first one is that you would like to bring to our viewers' attention.
Well, first, I just want to let everyone know that a big tax act was just passed, supposedly on Friday. I haven't had a chance to look at the details of it yet, but the president is expected to sign it. It's called the Extensions or Extender Act. And with that act, several things were passed. And I just want to go over a couple of them, I guess. The first one affects school teachers. School teachers will be able to still deduct up to $250 of their classroom expenses. Another one, probably the biggest one in the extender bill, is that businesses, including farmers, can expense equipment totaling up to $500,000 of brand new equipment that they purchase. Wow. And another big one is a depreciation, again for businesses, including farmers, that will equal 50% of the cost of their qualifying property that they want to depreciate. And there's a lot of other items, but they're very narrow in scope, and most people probably won't see the immediate effects of those. But contact your tax advisor and see if any of those would affect you. Another big one is the higher education deduction credit has been made permanent. So those folks with children that are going to college and having the tuition, a huge deduction for this year and in the future as well.
Now, you also mentioned with the Affordable Care Act upon us, and a lot of us on it this year. How does that affect any tax situation?
The Affordable Care Act, this is the second year where that comes into to play again. And what folks need to look for is if they've gone into the insurance exchange, they're going to get two forms in the mail, a 1095A and a 1095C. It's very important that you get these forms because you're going to need those when you prepare your tax return. So the individuals that do not have insurance are really going to get hit again this year. There's a tax penalty for that, and it's really based on how much the premium should be and what your income is. So I hope that everyone has had insurance coverage this year. And if you do have insurance, it's a simple matter. You just check the box that says that you're covered and have adequate insurance, and then you won't be subject to the penalty.
Now, just for the viewers' benefit, again, what was the form? If you'd go over that form, the 1C or...
Yeah, the forms that they need to look for in the mail that will be sent to them is a 1095A and a 1095C.
Okay, great. What are some other tax tips you could give someone that maybe is going to have their taxes done for the first time, decided, boy, you know, I've worked up to this point, and I need to go have somebody check my work. What's a way they could stay organized so if they did come to see you, so per se, it would make things go smooth as silk?
Well, the biggest thing is have your W-2s handy and ready, have all of your 1099 forms ready. 1099 forms would be any miscellaneous income or interest income, things like that. Have all of your broker statements ready, and if you're itemizing your deductions, having all of your deductions itemized and make sure everything adds up correctly. By the way, that's the biggest error that the IRS is saying is out there. People don't know how to add correctly. So do your addition twice to make sure it's correct. And just be organized. That's the biggest thing and the biggest help for us as tax preparers when we do your return as well.
And what are some due dates now that we've got our forms and we're set to come in and see you? And so what are specific due dates? If you could explain a little bit about those.
There's a big change this year, a little different. The due date of your tax return this year is April 18, and that's because of some legal holidays that affect Washington, D.C. On the 15th. So they're letting all the taxpayers have a few more days this year. April 18 is the big day this year.
Okay. And how soon would you recommend that people come in to see you? How early?
Right now. If you have any questions, concerns, we like to deal with problems now as soon as possible. We don't like to wait until it's too late and the due date is on us. So if you do have a question or a particular problem, if you can come and speak to us now, you're going to be much better off than if you wait and delay it.
What's the best way to make an appointment?
Well, the best way to make an appointment is simply pick up the phone and call us. Julie in our office will greet you on the phone, and she'll be glad to take an appointment for either me or my partner, Dwayne.
Again, you had 20 years approaching this year in 2016, and so your business has probably evolved and grown throughout the years. And I had the pleasure of visiting your website, and I could not believe all the marvelous information out there. One of the links on your website is a link that you hit, and it says links on it, and you go to other websites. One is the Social Security Administration, and then there's a list of things that say everything from buying a car, getting married, death of a loved one, other situations, so that you kind of advise to. Now, some of you do wander a little outside of just the accounting scope of things, correct?
Yeah, we do, and only because a lot of our clients have questions about all of those things. And I guess indirectly it does affect your tax preparation, or more importantly, your planning for retirement or vacations or whatever. All of those financial matters have huge impacts on everyone. So yeah, we tried to include a lot of different things.
Okay. I noticed out there too some estate planning, like if you're getting married, is there things people should be doing to prepare for those things tax-wise?
Yeah, there certainly are. Dwayne Carlson in our office does a great job of doing a lot of estate planning. That's really his area out of my league, but he does quite a bit of that, and it is very important to know exactly what tax implications can be with whatever you've left behind.
Yeah. And I noticed even out there, there's a link that says the ABCs of real estate. So you kind of are taking a scope, you're taking care of the scope of all your clientele and things that they may have questions about.
Yeah, again, I think our web hoster does a good job of helping us out there and attaching those types of things. So yeah, I'm glad to have that. And I know a lot of our clients have told me as well that they find it quite helpful.
And I also, you do have an archives out there of newsletters. So on past topics, this is an example of their newsletter here. And these are also archived online. If I can show this, there we go. It's just
bright. Let me.
Yeah,
There
this is
we
just
go.
a.
Now you can see it.
Yeah.
All of our clients get that in the mail. And however, if anybody else would like a copy of it, if they'd like to call my office or drop by my office, we always have plenty of supplies. Or again, the easy way to do it is just go online to our website and take a look.
What has been one of the biggest challenges in being 20 years of business?
Wow, that's a good question, but I think the biggest challenge is just all the changes year after year after year of tax law. We have to go to school every year just to stay on top of that, and I guess maybe that's why I like accounting so much, because it's different, the strategies change, everything is different every year. And
you attend classes to keep...
Yeah, we're required, in order to keep our CPA license, we're required to get 120 educational hours every 3 years.
Wow, that's quite a challenge. But
it is.
It does keep you up to date and keeps you informed, and you're doing the best for your clients, which is good to know.
We try.
Yeah, it's good to go that extra step.
Yeah.
Well, one more time, if we could go over the new deadlines, due dates.
Okay. Deadline this year is April 18th, so please don't wait until that time. Try to get it wrapped up as soon as possible.
Okay. All righty. Well, we want to thank you for joining us today, Dan. We've really enjoyed having you on the show.
My pleasure.
And we want to thank you for staying with us, and we'll be right back after the commercials from our sponsors.
United Way is all about
changing lives,
reaching out a hand, advancing the common good,
creating opportunities,
inspiring hope,
navigating obstacles.
Please join us and all Napa Distribution Center employees by giving generously, advocating for a better quality of life, and volunteering your time. We all win when we
live united.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
I'm Bill Owens with the Owatonna Business Incubator. Whether your business is just starting out or is expanding, we have the office space and manufacturing space that you need. As the Small Business Counseling Center for this region, we are able to help you in your expansion or your startup of your business. We are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And it is Christmas week right now, and we thought we would give you an update on a really heartwarming story that happened just a few months ago. So I have with me right now Kayla Klinkenberg. Hi, Kayla. Her Nana, Jackie Klinkenberg. And also two other special visitors, and that is Officer John Petterson and K-9 Officer Kash is with us as well. So, hello, Kash. Can you say anything? Okay, so what we're talking about here today is just a wonderful story that Kayla is integral to, and that is that she took it upon herself to give thanks and appreciation to our local officers, including K-9 Officer Kash. And so we'd like to just fill you in on what's happened since she originally met with them. Kayla, can you tell us a little bit about what happened between you and Officer Petterson and Officer Kash?
Well, I decided that once there were the killings of the cops in the Twin Cities, that I felt that they were underappreciated. So I decided to, with the help of my grandmother and my mom, to do a meal for the officers in Owatonna.
And when did you do that again?
I did that in September.
And Nana, what was your role in this?
Runner with food, helping her decide what type of food to provide. No. They decided on 2 6-foot-long subs from Hy-Vee, and Hy-Vee did above and beyond. They really did a nice job on that. We got cookies and chips and soda for the officers, and then Kayla completely forgot about Kash, and she can tell you what she did for Kash.
What happened when you forgot about him and then you suddenly realized there's this other officer you didn't know about?
Well, at first we got them a gift card for extra supplies and training tools that they need. Then we found out that Kash needed a vest.
And so tell us what happened, because we know this was actually reported in in the newspaper and other places. And since then, what has happened for Kash?
Well, with the help of my grandma and my mom, we did a garage sale, and we raised money to get the vest.
And I think I saw online that you also raised money through, was it a GoFundMe account? Okay. And Grandma, what role did you play in this?
Well, not a lot. On Tuesday of that week, she decided that she wanted to have a garage sale on Friday. And so that was like, okay. And then her mom on Wednesday put the GoFundMe page on, and she had earned $350 on the GoFundMe, and there was throughout the United States. Money came from Washington, North Carolina. There's a boy, Chris, he does One Boy for Change, and he supports police officers and K-9s throughout the United States.
And he heard about it.
Yeah, and he put it on his website. So some of his people also contributed to Kayla's. And then Friday, the garage sale happened, and it happened to be all of Kayla's things that were sold.
You were selling some of your prized possessions? What are some of the big things that you sold?
I sold a couple of my old instruments that I had, such as a violin, two violins, a harpsichord, and then I also sold some books and some random toys I had from when I was younger.
Wow. And Officer Petterson, how much does one of these vests cost?
This one was about $1,200.
$1,200.
$1,200.
And how much money was raised, Kayla, all told?
We raised about 14? No.
It was almost $1,900 in the 2 days.
So almost $2,000. I think it's time, maybe we should take a look at this because Kayla's seeing this vest for the first time. They have purchased the vest for Kash with that money. I'm almost getting teary thinking about it. That is just so amazing.
Yeah, I'm very proud of her. I mean, well, she sold antiques also. It's Argo glass. And absolutely nothing was priced at this garage sale. The people in Owatonna just stopped by and gave large amounts of money.
So the people in Owatonna really helped make your whole idea come true. Kash is really excited about this. Okay, let's show everybody the vest.
Good boy.
Okay, here's
that'll
the reality of what Kash was excited about.
Yeah.
Okay, so Officer Petterson, can we help you in any way?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind holding this.
Oh, that's heavy. Oh
It
my
is.
gosh.
It is.
Can you help, Kayla?
It's a little
That
over
is-
4 pounds, and it's actually bulletproof. And we can't say that it's knife-proof, but it's cut-resistant because of the thickness of it, obviously. So it'll protect Kash in many ways, not just from bullets, but when he's running through brush and he's tracking somebody, it'll keep him from getting scratched or cut. There's barbed wire fences that are out, in areas that we're searching. So it'll protect him from all of that stuff, too.
Wow.
So, yeah, with it being so thick and it being heavy, it isn't something that we'll leave on him all the time. It's things that when we deploy him, we'll bring it out and then I'll put it on him when he needs to use it.
Would you like to demonstrate putting it on? Or
Sure,
do you want us to move back and we could
Yeah,
have him
why
up
don't you
here?
guys step
Okay,
back?
we're going to
We'll just
step
set it up
back.
here. Kash.
And Kayla can come next to me here. Whoop. That's a little slippery.
Yeah, he doesn't like to slide around. So it's easy enough to put on, and he's pretty tolerant of it. We just slide his head right over it.
Wow, with the Kong in his mouth and everything, he's a pro.
You wanna come out with it? So we just slide it over, and it has a leg harness or leg spot here, and a strap.
Now, while you're doing this, Officer Petterson, obviously you can touch him and handle him.
Right.
But what's the etiquette for the rest of us in the general public when we see Officer Kash on duty?
It would be not to come up or rush up on him. It would be to talk to the officer, the handler, that actually has the dog, before you go approaching any police canine, and then ask, if you can pet them. Because a lot of times these dogs, when they come out of the car, their intentions are to be working. And when they're in work mode, they're looking to either find drugs or they're looking to apprehend somebody.
Subdue somebody, maybe? Okay.
So, and when it's a lot easier when you're down.
Yeah,
when
he
you're down
better.
lower.
That's very slippery.
There you go. Stay. Is this one twisted?
Yeah, he was moving so much with this table.
There it is. So that's his chest protector. That's up in this front. And then there's one other clip back here.
Kash, you're being very patient. Is it just the Kong that's in your mouth that's helping you out here?
And then we had taken this up to Cindy's tailoring too, and we had patches for the police department put on here. The other money that Kayla had donated was this collar that says police all the way around it.
That
So I
is
leave
great.
that on him pretty much all the time. So he is very well identified as a police officer. So with this, we can put a strap back here, and if we needed to lift him up from a helicopter, we could pick him up. Or if I just need to pick him up and get him over a fence, I can use it for a handle and lift him. He still doesn't like slippery stuff.
Yeah, that is really slippery for him.
But
now, how often is he with you whenever you're out in the community?
Yeah.
Is he constantly, it's you and him together?
Yep. Out. No.
Should,
What's that?
should,
And these are the other things that you bought us.
Now, what is
these
that?
tugs, and you can see his interest in these. He likes these better than he likes the Kong. So down.
So we're going to get a little demonstration of.
Sit. Speak. Good boy. Down. Down. Heel. No. Heel. Heel better. That's a good boy.
Attaboy.
Heal better.
Heal better, yep. So that's the vest. And again, the police department thanks you and Kash thanks you.
Oh my goodness. And the whole community thanks you. We want to care for all of our officers. We appreciate them. We appreciate you. And we sure appreciate Officer Kash as well. Tell us one thing about this vest. It's pretty heavy. Is it also warm? I mean, right now it's wintertime, so is that helpful in some way?
You know, for him, no, not so much. Not that he needs the help. It's his coat will keep him warm in the winter.
He's got his own fur coat that he does not. Okay.
He's very well off for cold weather.
Well, we are all well off with you in the community and Kash in the community and wonderful people like this young lady here and her Nana who helped raise the funds for this vest. Thank you so much.
Kayla, what do you think of the vest?
Kayla, what do you think of the vest?
I think it's very good quality, and if somebody ever does attack him, I'm pretty sure he'll be safe.
I think it will help him tremendously. Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us. Do stay with us. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We hope you enjoyed that segment down at the Owatonna Law Enforcement Center with K9 Kash. What a wonderful thing and our young people today. Well, we want to thank you for staying with us, and I do have some community announcements for you at this time. The Steele County Historical Society is pleased to announce children's programming for Thursday, January 7th at 9 a.m. and at 6:30 p.m. at the Lang Theater in the History Center. The theme for the day is Games of the Past, and come play some old-fashioned games. Kids will play games like hopscotch, clothes in pin drop, chutes and ladders, pick up sticks, and other oldies but goodies. The History Detective Program is for preschool-age children and will meet at 9 a.m. The Time Travelers Program is for kids in kindergarten through 6th grade. Their program will be at 6:30 p.m. These free children's programs are offered on the first Thursday of each month and is sponsored by United Prairie Bank and Fernwood Family Center. Well, that does it for our show today, and please join us on Wednesday when we will have Big Brothers and Big Sisters from Southern Minnesota, and we'll be talking with some of our very own children from the community on their viewpoints of Christmas. We'll see you then.